In today's ASMR one card pull, I've pulled a card from the Numinous Tarot. So let's go ahead and see what we have today. We have the Three of Tomes, and the tomes in this deck are the, does that help or hurt? Doesn't really make a difference, does it? Let's try the light. Sorry. The tomes are the pentacles. So the Three of Tomes. Let's see. Ace, 2, 3. The Three of Tomes is the card of the student and apprentice. It shows us studying and working hard towards our goals, honing our skills so that one day we might reach the status of master. The person in this card has a stack of large books on herbal medicine. Threes are often about how we can work in harmony with others, and the healing arts are certainly that. Knowledge is passed down through the generations in a collaborative fashion so that we can work to achieve community-based goals. This person is currently looking at an entry for rosemary, which is often used to symbolize remembrance, key both for new learning and connecting with past mentors. Since this is the card of the apprentice, it can also be a reminder not to judge yourself or your skills too harshly, especially against the work of others. Do not compare yourself to people who have had more study, more experience, or more privilege than you. Recognize your achievement in the context of where you are now. Reversed, and you may be finding your studies tedious, difficult, or disagreeable. Students don't always get along with their teachers, especially if those teachers are endorsing outdated ideas or theories that have since been proven wrong. The Three of Tomes reversed suggests that you're struggling to integrate yourself into the world of your study, whether because it is being explained poorly or because you find it contrary to your beliefs and to prior knowledge. Or you may simply be clashing personalities with a mentor in your life, even if their knowledge is correct. When this card appears, it's time to evaluate where and how you are doing your study and if there isn't an alternative path available. For me, the upright resonates more today. The part where they say, since it's the card of the apprentice, it can be a reminder not to judge yourself or your skills too harshly, especially against the work of others. Because it was funny, as I was reading this, before I got to that part, I was reading, but I was also thinking. And one of the things I was thinking about was I was judging myself actually harshly. So it's a good reminder to, I think we should evaluate ourselves. I have to remember there's a difference between evaluating yourself and then making changes. Oh, I want to be more like this and less like this. Oh, I was a little too harsh here. I want to be less harsh in the future, or, whatever it is. There's a difference between that and judging, being like, you're bad, don't ever do that again, So I think it's a good reminder to me to be sort of gentle, maybe gentle in your judgment, or like I said, sort of, it's not getting yourself off the hook for things that you might need to judge yourself with. And I know they're talking more about learning, new skills and stuff, but I think even just interacting with the world is a skill, right? So, I think remembering, like I said, don't judge, oh, am I good? Am I doing the right thing? Or am I good? Or blah, blah, blah. And instead sort of, go a little smaller scale. Be like, oh, I could have done that better. Or I could have done my worse. How do I do that even better in the future? Or, what have you. And even if you don't, forgive yourself and try again next time. So, yeah, I thought that was funny. So I was reading it, I was doing the very thing. I was like, don't do that. So I hope you got something out of this today. And I hope to see you again soon.